Hey guys, moms. So Sarah here. I realize I haven't done a new mommy video in a really long time, and I apologize. I don't really have an excuse for why I haven't done any videos, so I'm not going to make one. But this video is an update on the baby because it has been so long since I've done a video. She's 13 months and 3 weeks this week. And I wrote notes because I wanted to make sure I remembered everything, and I want to make sure I fit it in the 10 minutes. So new things that she's doing is she's climbing. She knows how to climb the stairs now, and we have really steep stairs. I don't know if you guys can see here. Very steep stairs. So she knows how to climb the stairs, which is kind of scary. It was very scary the first time she did it. She did it at her grandparents' house, and they were like, she knows how to climb the stairs. I was like, that's not a good thing. So more baby gates are needed. Excuse me. But also, she originally started climbing onto the couch using her little sofa right here. Her little Tinkerbell couch that like folds out into like a bed. So she would climb up on that and then climb onto the couch. So what we were doing was moving the sofa from right up against the couch, moving it away from like in the middle of the room just so she couldn't climb. And then she learned how to climb onto the couch alone. She lifts her leg all the way up on the couch and pulls her way up. So that's really scary. It's scary to leave the room and come back and she's on the couch. So that leads into my next topic, which is discipline. I hope I don't get any slack for this, but I'm not against a spanking occasionally. I'm not against hitting on the hand. I try to just do a really firm no and then tell her why, and then try to redirect her attention to something else that she can play with if she's playing with something that she's not supposed to be playing with. But I find myself getting frustrated because she doesn't listen. So she's really testing her boundaries. She'll do something, I say no, and she'll look at me and give me like a smirk and then keep doing it. So then I'll smack her hand and I'll say no. I'm not doing it terribly hard, but I am smacking her hand. I'm not doing the spankings. I think she's too little for that and she doesn't understand. But she does understand the no. And the hitting is not good because now she hits. When she's upset with something, she hits us in the face. And I don't know if that's a direct result from us hitting her on the hand. So I'm kind of trying to just do the firm no's and explaining to her because she does understand a lot. So she's able to understand what I'm saying and when I say no, what I mean when I say no. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the discipline. She's really like testing her boundaries a lot. And she's been getting really fussy because now that she walks, she hates being in her car seat. She hates being in her stroller. She hates being held. She's never really liked being held, so that's not really new. And she doesn't like, what else does she not like? That's pretty much it. Being restrained, period. If she can walk, she wants to walk. So that's been a little frustrating, but I'm trying to be really patient when we go places to just let her walk, instead of getting upset with her. So that's, I'm patient. I don't really have anywhere to go in a hurry, so it doesn't really matter to me if she takes a long time walking around or not. Also, we're not doing bottles anymore. We threw away all our bottles. She never really cared about the bottle. She wasn't like attached to the nipple kind of a thing. It's just like any way she can get any milk or anything was a-okay with her. So that's been really simple to wean her off of the bottles. It hasn't been an issue at all. And we've been trying to wean her off of her passy, so we only give her passy when she's going to sleep or when she's in her crib, but a lot of times she doesn't even really need it. But, and she plays with it more than anything. She keeps it in her mouth, but a lot of times she's just playing with it. She's eating these fast. Eating strawberries. So the pacifier hasn't been a huge issue. She's been a lot better sleeping now. We say mimis to go to sleep. That's my boyfriend's mom and whole family and everyone says it, so that's just what we call it. So, you know, I'll tell her time to go Mimi's, and she's still kind of awake, but I know she's tired. I'll put her down in her crib. I'll give her passy or not, depending. And sometimes she'll just go right to sleep. She's done it a few times now. Sometimes I have to wait till she falls asleep, but it's pretty quick. I'll say, go lay down on your couch if we're downstairs, and she'll go to her couch, lay down, and I'll say, go Mimi's, and she'll squirm around and play for a little bit, and then sometimes just eventually falls asleep. She's been waking up a little bit at night also, and I've been doing the same thing where I pick her up and I say, I love you, and I say, it's time to go Mimi's now, Londyn, need to go Mimi's. And then, sometimes she'll lay right back down and fall asleep, or like last night she woke up and started crying, and I picked her up and I put her back down, and I told her, you know, time to go to sleep, time to go Mimi's. And then she was crying, standing up in her crib crying, and then I just closed the door. And as soon as she heard the door close, she stopped crying and didn't cry again. And before, she would not fall back asleep. Like, she'd wake herself up screaming and crying, and it was like impossible to get her to go back down. So I'd have to come downstairs and stay up with her for probably like 30 minutes or something like that. So that's really good, trying to get her to fall asleep on her own now. Me just coming in the room was kind of enough for her to know that I am there. Another thing is, we started giving her whole milk like a week after her birthday, after she turned 1. The doctor said, just use all the formula that you have left and then start putting her on the milk. And at first she didn't like it, and then kind of got a little more used to it. And then her stools were really, really, really loose. Like, it's like messy poop. So I was thinking maybe she's lactose intolerant. Maybe she can't handle the milk, because I know it would take a while to adjust to the whole milk, but I didn't think it was going to take that long. So now her stools are starting to get much more normal. They're not as loose as they were originally. So it took about a month and a week, about a month and a week, 5 weeks for her body to get used to the milk. And then once she started getting used to it, she didn't seem to like it too much. So, oh my. So, are you okay? Are you going to throw up? You're okay? Okay. You're going to see her projectile vomit. I can feel it coming. Okay. Anyways, so, it's been okay. I get the updates from babycenter.com, and they said a lot of times what parents are doing is they're giving their child snacks when they start getting fussy when they're not hungry. In reality, they're just a little bit dehydrated, because they need a lot of liquid, especially if they're being active. Like they said, if the baby's been active for 15 or 20 minutes, you should offer 6 ounces of water or milk or formula or whatever it is that you're giving them to keep them hydrated. So I was trying to do that and not giving her snacks, because we would give her snacks and just assume that she's hungry. So she wasn't drinking her milk. She wasn't liking it. So what I do is my little trick bribe. I know it's bad, but what can you do? Is I put a little bit of Ovaltine, a tiny bit, and then she'll drink her milk, and she loves it. So, and this is good, a lot better than the Hershey's milk, the Hershey's syrup, or even the light syrup or sugar-free, because it has tons of vitamins and minerals in it. So it's actually good for them, even though it has a lot of sugar, so it's in moderation. I don't overdo it. And also, what we do is, I took sign language all through high school as my foreign language, and then all through college I've taken the 4. I've gotten up to ASL 4. So technically I'm like certified, even though I've forgotten so much of my signs. But what I'm doing is I'm teaching her a lot of sign language, just little words like please. She knows how to say please. She knows how to say more. And what she got for her birthday was this book called I Can Sign Animals, and it's by Baby Signs, Sign Language for Babies. And so it's a pop-up flip book, you know, what is it? You know, kind of a thing. And it's animal signs, and and there's a DVD that came with it. So the DVD is like 5 minutes or something like that, and she loves the DVD, and she's learned a lot of the signs from here, like well, just bird and fish, but still. They have tons of other books, so I'll put a link below to their website. I'm not sure how much they cost because I haven't gotten any more, but I will find out and I'll put the link below because these are great. And it's really good to teach your kids sign language, I think, because they're not able to communicate with you. So if they're able to get their point across even just a little bit by you understanding what they're trying to tell you, it's a huge gratification with them being able to communicate with you. And it supposed to help develop their actual speaking skills a lot earlier if they're able to communicate. So this video went really long. Sorry guys. No editing. I'll do another video soon. And any questions or suggestions about the disciplining any techniques. I know hitting's bad. I know. So that's all guys. Bye.